Well, as you can see, I got my special guest star, Mike Prasek, here at the Parts View Workbench. You know, Mike, we're talking about rigs and techniques. Last week, we were deep dropping, stuff 500 feet or deeper. Now, this week, we thought it would be really cool to talk to the guy that maybe wants to fish 300 feet and shallower. So, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get started on your boat. I know that you guys primarily go out in each weekend or whatever with the nephews, all the family. So let's talk a little bit about how you like to fish.
Yeah, we appreciate you having us, Rick. We like to fish typically snapper fishing. We fish with a bunch of kids, so we try to keep it simple. Our go-to when we fish is a lure of this sort. We like to tip it with either a squid or a sardine, something on there that and help for the smell and attract the fish. And if the bait comes off, you still got your jig. You're still fishing, so
yeah.
It works well.
Absolutely. So what else do you guys typically, I know you like to do real jigging. That's one of my favorite things to do. Keeps me busy, keeps my little mind from wandering. So let's talk a little bit about the jigging rod. What do you like to do?
The jigging rod, I like a 6'6" rod. The metal type jig. To me, it produces better fish and more fish. It does come with a lot of extra work to go with it to make it perform like it needs to. And some people are not up to that.
Right.
But the metal jig is my go-to on the boat, and my nephews are getting to the same point. And that's their go-to also.
So on the rod itself, you guys like using the meter line like we have on this Fathom?
The meter line works well because, as you well know, those fish could be at 50 foot, they could be at 150 foot. So you got the meter line, then you know what level you need to be fishing at.
So guys, remember this about the meter line. Every 25 feet, the color changes, and that's why we like using it, because it's real simple. If you're in 150 feet, that's 6 color changes, right?
Right.
I did my math right?
Keep it simple, yeah, 6.
All right, now what about people that you might take on the boat that don't have the experience like your nephews, where they don't want to be jigging? We use a double hook rig.
Right, the double hook rig works well. It's simple,
right?
And almost anybody can use it. It is a go-to pot for most people out there bottom fishing in our area.
Right.
Again, it's simple. It's not a lot of work goes into it, but it's very productive also.
So you would just typically bait this with
a squid. If you got a bunch of trash fish that are bothering you, if you just fishing a sardine or even a small mackerel works great.
Right.
Yeah, the bigger the bait, bigger the fish.
So Mike, what are you typically catching on this?
This sort of rig, you could, if your snapper is your primary target.
Right.
But it's in the same sense, you might end up with some ling, amberjack, even grouper.
Right. Oh, okay. So speaking of amberjack and grouper, let's go back to our metal jigs. I jumped the ship a little bit. So you like using the bigger metal jigs for the groupers and the tunas and the amberjacks, right?
Right. That'd be my go-to. You're just targeting big snapper. Maybe this is the size lure you want. This is a great lure also for tuna fishing.
Right.
And wahoo.
Right.
So that works great. And as you get bigger, the jigs, a preference for amberjack would be something of this sort there. Seems like the amberjack like the long, skinny metal lure. So that's our go-to on the. It is a lot of work to.
And then what size leader we're using? 80 pound?
I like 80-pound leader material.
Fluorocarbon?
Fluorocarbon, yes.
All right.
Seems to work the best.
So Mike, when we get that fish up there, what do we need to return that fish, and we have a descending device. So
right.
there's certainly the sequelizer,
right.
which people know, but the problem with the sequelizer is you got to set the different depths.
Right.
So you have a designated rod like this old pin Senator on this heavy rod. And the way this works, this was made by the guys, I believe, at Diamond Fishing Line. Real simple. Just gonna go in that grouper or that red snapper's mouth. We're gonna poke a little hole, go in his mouth like this. Now, as we drop him down, he's gonna be up here and we're dropping him down. So when he gets to about 100 feet or 150 feet, if you're fishing in 200 feet of water, if you stop it, he'll just wiggle off, or you can just reel this, and when you reel it, guess what?
Slides
it comes
off.
right out of his mouth. And it's just so easy. All you gotta do is adjust your weight according to the depth.
Right, very simple.
Yeah, you know what else? Can you believe that was the fastest 4.5 minutes of your life, right?
Fast.
I mean, goodness, that time went by.
You probably felt like it was 10 minutes. Come on now, Rick.
Come on,
now,
man.
my question
Good job,
is,
Mike.
have you ever dropped down a snack stick? See if anything would eat that.
It works.
Oh!
That's your next. That's the next one.
You gotta get jerky with
You gotta get jiggy with the jerk.